You guys there? We're here. We're back for another video, ready to do this thing because honestly, I'm pretty excited. It's another Spider-Man, Cyborg Spider-Man's in the house. Let's roll. That's right, guys. We're back with another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Cyborg Spider-Man. Shout out to Pop Collectibles for getting this to me super fast. Check them out in the description below if you want day one figures and you don't want to wait months and months and months for your stuff because some of us are impatient. But this is super cool. I have the box. You guys don't really care about the box because we don't collect boxes, so we'll get that out of here. I actually had the figure here. I've had it for a few days, and I've been messing with this thing, and there's a couple things I would actually like to talk about. Let's just go ahead and get into it. One, I did not know that it came with a freaking light up head sculpt. This thing is super cool. There's actually a switch down in the bottom. And let's see if we can't find the switch because it's super small. But the light up feature is actually better than Iron Man figures. Like that LED is super bright, super detailed, and I actually quite like it a lot. I love the detail of the bandages, and everybody's going, you know, why is this a Spider-Man? I'm sure we'll talk about that shortly. But I do like that a good bit. But I think, we'll talk more about the figure in just a little bit, but let's go ahead and get into some posing. All right, guys, it's time. Cyborg Spidey is in the house, and another Spider-Man for the collection, and I'm super excited to add another one. In fact, we just did a live unboxing with myself and Brendan. And because I just was so excited to unbox this thing, we just decided to do that. So if you enjoyed that live stream, definitely subscribe to the channel. We'll probably do more of those if you like. We'll do like a live unboxing and then, you know, obviously videos like this where we showcase more in-depth details and posing and those kind of things. So I'm super excited for this one. Again, I have a lot of spider people, and who knows where the posing is going to go for this particular video. But we want to kind of talk about why this figure is even here. We touched on it just a little bit on the live stream. But first off, let's just kind of zoom in here and take a look at this awesome Cyborg arm. Look at that thing. Serious Bucky vibes right there. Deathlock. And then, which I didn't even know, the light up feature on the head sculpt, which is absolutely sick. It's pretty strong, honestly. So just a little bit of a backstory for this guy. Really like a 30-second deal. In the comics, in the 90s, Spider-Man went against the Sinister Six, one of which was Doc Ock, who had adamantium arms. That was kind of crazy. He got all banged up by the Sinister Six. Mysterio kind of tricked him out, and Deathlock was there, and this kind of stuff going on. He got hurt very badly, and he was actually rescued by one of the cyborgs and taken back and bandaged up. So his arm, the reason he has this metallic arm is because it was a cyborg related item that they put around him to heal. It was a healing deal, so he could continue fighting even though he had a fractured arm. And then obviously the other bandages make sense because of that. They actually covered up his eye. They did not unmask him to learn his secret identity. So hence he has an extra eye going on there. So still Peter Parker, still Spider-Man, still fighting up some stuff. He is not like Locutus of Borg, like from Star Trek. He's not that. All right, still Peter. He's just got this healing arm. So they didn't rip his arm off, you know, like Bucky. This is a different thing. So this is just one straightforward, easy Spider-Man pose. Want to give you a quick breakdown of that. Let's move on to the next one. And just like that, we have Spider-Man up in the air, thwipping around the city, taking care of all kinds of baddies. And there are a couple of things that I'd like to discuss with this, and I will give you some up-close shots and kind of just go into detail on those in just a second. But the appearance of this particular figure is amazing, and that's not even a pun for Amazing Spider-Man. It just is what it is. It's fantastic. It's one of those figures that's going to stand out on your collection, and I know so many people did not order this figure. I know the pre-order numbers are low. I know that the actual, like, just buy, you know, people are just not buying this figure because I guess they're waiting on the classic suit Spider-Man. I can appreciate that. No, I'm not judging. But this one right here is freaking awesome. I wish it had some more accessories. It's got the same accessories as every other Spider-Man, other than the arm and the different hands, like the cyborg hand and then the regular spider hand. It's got the exact same webs that we've seen 1,000 times. It doesn't have any like super cool accessories, like maybe an advanced suit Spidey with the cell phone, or Scarlet Spidey with a donut and a pizza box and just different things like that. The camera, it doesn't have any of that. What it does have is a cyborg arm and it looks flippin' amazing. So posing this particular, I guess pose, good verbiage there, setting up this particular pose, it wasn't very difficult at all. The ab crunch is fairly strong, so it's got a pretty good ab crunch. Actually has a little bit more maneuverability than the advanced suit Spidey due to the chest area not having as much cushion. So he's a little leaner under the suit a little bit. Ratcheted joints on the shoulders, ratcheted joints on the hips. Those are fine. I wish it had ratcheted joints on the elbows. All right, jumping in here just a second, I want to talk to you a little bit about some difficulties with this figure, some cool things and some not so cool things. What I found with kind of maneuvering this guy around. One, obviously, super awesome thing is this cyborg arm right here. This cyborg arm is flipping amazing. Check out the detail on it. It is quite good. And I like it a good bit. It's not die cast, it is straight up plastic, but I don't really think that matters. I really don't. If it was die cast, it might be more expensive, and then people complain about that. And honestly, I don't see the point when it actually looks metallic, and I do dig that quite a bit. One thing I have noticed with messing around doing these crazy poses with this guy is that the cyborg arm, while it does have a ratchet, like you can hear the ratchet on the shoulder, the arm, being a double bend, doesn't really want to bend past 90 degrees. It really doesn't want to go past that. And partly because of the materials bunching up here, and partly also because if you go too crazy, this part right here can actually dig into the suit, and you don't want to do that. But it does hold 90 degrees fairly decent. So that's just one thing. This is cool. Being a big fan of Spider-Man just in general, and battle damage things like this, like we're going to get the battle damage Mark 85 at some point in the next 27 years. I thought this was super cool. The way that it connects the damaged portion of the suit right here, you can see like the stitches and everything going here. And as you maneuver the hand or the arm, you can see like those pieces move. And I know it's just a little thing, but for realism, I just think that's super cool to be able to see those things like stretch where there's damage and whatever going on. Lots and lots of damage. You can see like damage and stitching going on here. And actually on the actual pants, or I guess suit, there's like speckling of dirt and everything going around the back. Like he's been through some stuff, right? Been through some stuff. This piece right here moves, so it will slide down if you're maneuvering, posing this guy, this bandage. But the detail on it is quite fantastic, so I thought that was worth noting. The belt is also worth noting too. It is separate piece from the suit. It's not attached, so as I've got mine, been posing it around, it's kind of moved around on me, and I'll have to reseat it. Right now, it's just caught up on that ratchet in the torso. But I really do quite like this thing. So other than that, double bend on the knees, for those who are curious, it's a Spider-Man figure, guys. There's really not much issues with posing it other than your imagination. And hopefully, as you've been watching my channel, your imagination is growing and you get ideas for posing, and hopefully maybe somewhere in this video you'll see some ideas for your own collection. Not a lot of accessories. It comes with pretty much the standard Spider-Man stuff. You got a couple hands, you got the same webs we've seen 75 times. There's really nothing to write home about other than this awesome head sculpt, and in hopes that sometime in the near future we'll actually get our classic suit Spidey, this is obviously based on the classic suit Spidey, and hopefully that'll happen like sooner rather than later. I don't know, but I really need more Spider people in the collection. So anyways, that's my thoughts on that. If you have actual questions about this, I'll try to help you out in the comment section. But those are the important things to note, I think. So let's get back to the posing. And just like that, we've got Spider-Man versus Mysterio, which is comic accurate, because the MCU Mysterio we got from Hot Toys can absolutely fit into the comic universe, which is freaking amazing. So I'm a big fan of this Mysterio, you guys know. It's in the running for one of my favorite figures of 2021. So you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, which figure you think is the best. We're going to be talking about that very soon. We got Cyborg Spider-Man posed up here, punching Mysterio directly in the globe. Right in the globe. Yeah, right in the globe. Not a terrible, difficult pose to accomplish. One thing, as I was talking about earlier with the Cyborg elbow not being able to really keep a bend, it'll hold a 90-degree bend, but you really can't get it past that. And if you go too far, you start digging into that material. You really don't want to do that. One thing to note as well, this little bandage here on his thigh, as awesome as it is not attached, and it falls off a lot. So you got to keep like moving that bandage up onto the thigh, which is a little bit frustrating. You guys can see like the arm and everything going here. I mean, just a fun punching pose as Spidey's landing a punch there on Mysterio. I absolutely love the bandages and everything about this figure. I think it looks amazing, and I'm a big fan of it. So there we go. I'm just gonna have some fun posing this guy. I don't know where we're gonna land as far as this little fight scene's gonna go. You go ahead and comment down below who you think's gonna win the fight. Like, we don't know. Could it be Spider-Man? Could it be Mysterio? Who the heck knows? Let's find out. What have we here? Mysterio has escaped our Cyborg Spider-Man and his tricking him by making him fight Tom Holland, Peter Parker Spider-Man? I don't know. I mean, this is why I freaking love Spider people, man. Villains like Mysterio, awesome interactions with the Spider-Verse. It is flipping amazing. And who's gonna actually win this battle? I don't know. Mysterio has pulled some punches here and has actually got our Deathlock getting defeated by Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is defeating Spider-Man. I don't know how this is going to play out, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. We'll see. Maybe you guys can comment down below and let me know who you think is going to win. Mysterio seems to have the upper hand at the current time, and we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I have no idea. Pose-wise, very simple. Double bend on the knee is able to get Cyborg Spidey down on his knees. No issues with that whatsoever. I do have that Cyborg arm kind of stretched out a little bit just because I thought it looked cool, and the lights bouncing off of it looked pretty awesome. And then obviously we got our Tom Holland MCU upgraded suit Spider-Man. Also in the running for one of the better figures of 2021. Both the Spider peoples this year have just been amazing. Yeah, I just freaking love this thing. So zooming in on this Cyborg Spidey, I mean, check out all the bandages. It is ridiculous the amount of damage this guy's taken, and I'm just a big fan of this thing. So we're gonna go on to the next one, and we got to determine, who's gonna win this thing. All right, guys, we're back. Mysterio is still up to his tricks. He's got Cyborg Spider-Man fighting another Spider-Man. And the tables have turned a little bit because previously, Cyborg Spider-Man was down a minute, but now he's back up. He's punching away at what he thinks is another Spider-Man, but we know it's just Mysterio going at it. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and this is a preview of something new coming to the channel very soon. We'll talk about that maybe in an upcoming live stream. We'll see. But we got Cyborg Spider-Man. I want you to take note of the leg articulation, range of motion on this guy's leg. That back leg is stretched way out there, and he is being supported by those ratcheted hips, which is awesome. I freaking love those things. One thing to note on the ankles on the Cyborg Spidey, you don't get that crazy gappage, in the ankles, just because of the way they've put it together. But there he is. You can see there's definite stretching of the material there, but I don't really think that's too much of an issue with posing. I think that's just fine. The belt, as I have been maneuvering this guy, the belt is a separate piece from the suit. I thought when I first saw it or first handled it, I thought the belt was actually attached, but it is not. So it does slide up and down, but you want to be careful with it. Obviously, you don't want to be breaking that because it is freaking glorious. And the color, and I no longer have my Homecoming suit Spidey, but the color of those buckles remind me of the jacket from the Homecoming suit Spidey. Somebody out there who has that figure probably confirmed that, but it looks very similar to that yellowish tannish color. Looks pretty strong. And then obviously we've got Cyborg Spidey reaching out with that cyborg hand, getting ready to land a punch. So I hope you guys are liking this. Let's do another one, and we'll give you some final thoughts on this figure. And here we go, Cyborg Spider-Man whipping and wrapping and doing a choke hold with the webbing on our Tom Holland Peter Parker Spider-Man, and this is super fun. So I've had a lot of fun with this, as you can tell, because it's Spider-Man, and I cannot wait for the actual classic suit Spider-Man to be released. But in the meantime, this is a super cool release. I enjoy it. I like the variations of having all the Spider people, between Miles Morales, Spider-Ham, Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy, all these different things, and all the PS4 Spider-Man I really like. Now, this particular pose, I had to cheat a little bit because he doesn't really have hands that will hold the webbing. This is custom webbing. It doesn't come in the set. This is somebody sent this to me a while back. So it doesn't have a hands for this specific webbing, but maybe somebody out there would be interested in how to make this, and maybe we can cover that in a future video or live stream or something like that. But this is a super cool set. I am happy to have it in my collection, as you guys can tell, but you may not need it. And if you do want it, you can check it out, Pop Collectibles, discount code Patrol, if you want to pick one up in stock. But if you know, if you're a huge Spider-Man fan, it's definitely one I would not pass on. It's Toy Fair exclusive. I don't know how many they made. I don't know if it's limited. Don't know any of that stuff. But honestly, that doesn't even matter. If you like it, buy it. That's what I say. Collect what you like. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your favorite pose here, and let me know who you think would actually win this battle, because I think Cyborg Spider-Man's winning this one. I think he outsmarted Mysterio. That's what I think. But who knows? There's a story to tell with your figures, and this is just one of many that can be told. But that's my thoughts on this, guys. If you like this kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out the Facebook group, and as always, click what you like. See you next time.